Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk on the Edge. We are in the final stages of creating our second safe route and we are doing quite well. At the moment we've almost got that sorted with the shipwreck camp. We're on pretty good terms with these guys, and there's only really another couple of upgrades for us, and so that's what we're kind of planning on working our way towards. So either way, let's go ahead and get started. We are currently finishing off a 24-hour shift in the army warehouse. I think tomorrow we're going to go ahead and switch over to steel and steam cores. We're working on a technology at this point called steam lorries that'll increase our steam core retrieval rate, increasing by about 25%, which is quite nice. So yeah, that will help us fix up the last couple of upgrades necessary. Looks like the construction team has reached the final location, so we will get to that soon. The question is, do we want to do that straight away? I think the answer is probably yes. So we'll go ahead and work on that. I don't think that there's going to be too much more for us to improve over there, so then we're going to focus on the mines. If we possibly can, we would love to be able to get all of our fellow settlements to maximum development, but again, we will see how that goes. Alright, well, it looks like the hot springs have a message. Odd saboteur. Your watchman caught an old man attempting to clog the steam pipes. We don't know why he tried to do it, and he's been acting strange recently, so maybe his mind is failing, but we can't rule out New London's involvement. Nevertheless, we ask you to forgive him in the name of peace and harmony between our people. Okay, so let's see. Lock him up, they will be displeased, and favor will be exhausted, or we let him go. You know what? This is their camp and their problems. If things go awry, I think we'll let him go. We'll allow them to do what they want. A little bit of discontent is not a particularly bad thing. We have such little amounts of it, it's not much of a problem. We also have the public house up and running, so they'll be able to blow off that steam either there or at our fighting arenas, both of which are perfectly acceptable to me. Alright, but either way, that is the steel we need, so let's go ahead and... oh, wait a second, we need timber. Huh. Well, when is our next shipment coming on in? 2 hours? Alright, well that is fine. We definitely want a little bit more if we can manage it. But it looks like there's not much we can do at this stage. No. So yeah, we're still trading at the moment, so that has to arrive before we can arrange a new one. Also, we want our relations to improve before we do that. Yeah, okay, well, it's just going to take a little bit of time. Nothing major, so I guess that is fairly good. Also, looks like we're finally full on food rations too, which is quite nice to see. Yeah, no, I think we're very well situated in this whole scenario. These do only have 5 days before New London's response. At this rate, I think we might even have a pretty decent chance of working things out. So let's see, in 5 days, that's 5 days, 13 hours. Okay, so 13 hours and then 5 more days. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we don't even quite have the forecast for that yet, but that's alright. But either way, Book of Laws is open, so let's go ahead and check that out too. At this stage, I don't think we really need much of anything. No, we're not going to go so far and go down that route for the public house. It's something that has been done before, but I don't think it's a necessity in this run. Same with the dueling, and then what else remains? Triage? Well, we don't need that either. We are well and truly equipped with our medical facilities, so I think we are happy just to let things go as is. Alright, well, there we go. There's our steam lorries researched. Fantastic. We'll definitely make the most of that tomorrow. But for now, we did get that shipment of timber, so let's go ahead and build the safe route and finish that. We are pleased to report that everything went as planned. This place will serve as a great vantage point as well as a clear visual guide for future expeditions going between our settlements. This section of the safe route can be assumed as secured. Well then, that's it. Let's go ahead and bring those guys back to our camp. I don't think we've got the opportunity to create a pathway down over towards the mine. But I'm sure, yeah, if they're already starting from where we are, that won't take them too long to figure out. Alright, well, let's continue. Oh, and let's see, how do they feel? The safe route is ready. This will make travel between our settlements much faster. So in case of emergency, we will be able to support each other. From now on, we'll be sending you shipments of resources every other day. Let's hope we'll both prosper. Well, that is great news. They're now going to send us 100 wood every other day. Locals will be pleased and hope will rise. That is indeed great news. Okay, well, I think that pretty well settles that. I don't think that there's much else we can really afford until we get those steam cores. Yeah, I think if the hot springs was anything to go by, they seem to have two upgrades that both require steam cores, so I think it ends up being about 3 per settlement. So with that in mind, we'll also need another one here and then maybe another 2. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go ahead and pick up some steam cores. We'll aim for 4 in total, so we should have this one. 4? No, hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we need 5 steam cores, and then at that point I think we should be settled. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. That is the plan. And then we can focus on steel from that point onwards. Yeah, all of which I think we can do in quite a decent amount of time. Alright, well, it looks like discontent has risen. I guess that's simply some of the overtime work that's transpiring, but that has finished for today. So let's go ahead and set this to steel and steam cores. That'll be rather good for us. Yep, that's fine. It is inoperative at the moment, so no big deal there. Otherwise, what else could we do? I suppose we still need to do some extra wooden supports. That'll help us out. And we do have the timber to afford such things, so we will have to see how that goes. Those scouts, oh sorry, not those scouts, but the engineering team, the construction team is still with us. Yeah, at this point, I think... do we maybe march them towards the children's mine and see if we can finish things up in the next couple of hours? Oh, well, you know what? We can already send things for housing. Well, we've got nothing better to do. Let's go ahead and get that done. There we are. So we'll help them out there. Again, we're not really hurting for coal, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot. All of this extra coal is just a nice thing to have. Completely unnecessary, but still good nonetheless. So that should be fine. At this point too, I don't think that there's much else we really want technologically. The only thing that maybe we could go for is a little bit of insulation. I'd probably go for the house insulation, but right now, again, getting those steam cores and those upgrades for those settlements is our main priority. Outside of that, I don't think that there's too much to worry about. So we'll let that be, and it seems... oh, because of our coal usage, yeah, we have to burn through some before they can even deliver the shipments. Huh. Well, in that case, you know what? Let's turn all of our heaters on to maximum. Make sure that everywhere is as warm as humanly possible. Or at least as, yeah, as much as we can possibly afford. Which is all of them. Yeah, definitely not going to be able to burn through our rations of coal. Yeah, even with our production being slightly overwhelmed with everything up and running, the fact that we get a little bit of coal here and there is going to be so much more than we need. That is a really good thing. Alright, a couple of sick people. That's not the best, but hopefully they're not working in the warehouse. Let's see. Let's select you. You are working nowhere. And the other one, you are also not working anywhere. Yep, alright, well that's fine. That's the main thing. Worst comes to worst, we might need to shuffle around a little bit of manpower for that job, just to make sure that we're getting as much efficiency as possible. But yeah, things being what they are, I think we're doing quite well. Alright, so let's just see, how long have we got? Only, what, another hour before? Yeah, another hour before we can go ahead and get those wooden supports in place. Alright, let's see if we can get that. I think it's around 6:30 we can hit the button. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. So that is now producing 8 steel and 2 steam cores per hour. Honestly, I thought that would have been slightly better given the fact that we got that 25% boost to recovering steam cores. Oh, maybe because this is less efficient, it only still stays around there and they don't quite show the rounding. Oh, that's a little disappointing. Maybe we should have gone for pure steam cores and focused on efficiency that way. You know what? It's not ideal, but I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, we're just going to focus on the steam cores. It does waste a little bit of time, but luckily it's only about, what, 30 minutes of work? Yeah, and now it's getting half a steam core per hour, which is fantastic. We'll get what we need today, and then we can go back to focusing on steel. Okay, that tech was definitely worth doing, and that mixed is certainly not what we want to go with. Yeah, micromanagement is certainly the way to go right there. Alright, well, let's see. We've still got 15 people hanging around, not much to do there. That's not... Well, there's not much we can do. Let's see. Okay, so we need to rebuild the mine, that's for one. The other one is the steam sawmill. I think that's the final upgrade for the shipwreck. I think level 5 is maximum development. I could be wrong, but I think that's fairly close. So I think we'll just sit back and... yeah, just wait for some steam cores to come on in. Alright, well, let's go ahead and turn up the pace. If we potentially get enough steel, we might even create a second unit, see about fixing some things up, but again, I don't think that's going to be particularly crucial given how far they are away from things. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit of time, and we still haven't received an offer to do such things, so we'll have to wait. We did get that shipment from the mine, so, sorry, not from the mine, from the shipwreck. Let's go ahead and trade for some more timber. More timber is always a good thing for us, even though we do get that 100 every 2 days. I want to make sure that we have enough to keep everything up and running. And having a small stockpile isn't bad. In fact, our favor is high, so let's go ahead and communicate with them. Can we get some more timber, please? Yes, thank you kindly. Alright, so that should mean that's about everything. Oh, and we have another event. Okay. It's not your problem, but since we now work together, we thought you might want us to have a say. Sorry, you might want to have a say. Some of our people, men we trusted, were exposed as murderers. We don't want them among us, obviously, but we've known them for a long time and feel that they deserve at least a chance of survival. They agreed to leave in peace if we can give them some gear and supplies that will make their exile less like a death sentence. Can you help us provide them with supplies? Sure, we can go ahead and do that. I think that's fair. If everybody involved wants that, we'll work with that. That'll cost us a little bit, but again, I think we're fine. Send them a major shipment of food. Funnily enough, that's only 80 rations. We have more food in supply, so let's go ahead and send that away. And then, what else do we need? Supplies for the exiled as well. The 200 coal is easy enough to come by. It's just going to be a little bit of steel. We're already at 3 steam cores. Do we want to go ahead and switch things over? We possibly could. We need... yeah, we do need a bit of steel to be able to start working on that. Same with this as well. You know what? We have the 3 that we actively need. You know what? Let's send... let's get time traveling a little bit slower. And the moment that ticks over to 4 steam cores, we will quickly go ahead and switch back to steel. See if we can get that sorted by the end of day. Yeah, if we can start sending off some of these shipments, that's going to be particularly good for us. So we will do that. Alright, come on. Any second. How long does this take? Yeah, half of 1 per hour. There it is. That's what we needed. Let's swap back. Again, I know we lose a little bit of efficiency from these wooden supports, but yeah, we're focusing on what we need. waiting those extra 2 hours for one more steam core would be nice, but at the same time too, being able to send these out as fast as possible is better for us in the long run. After all, it takes a little bit of time for our shipments to arrive. It takes a little bit of time to interact with them and see what's going on, and be able to deal with their issues appropriately. So, yeah, it is going to be what it is. So let's see, we need... Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and send... we go for the supplies just now? You know what? I feel like the rebuilding the mine is probably the more important one at this current moment. Yeah, for the reconstruction and maintenance of the coal mine, we don't want anything to go wrong there. We don't want any accidents, so if we can help build that up, that's probably what we would prefer to go with. Yeah, that'll be fine. In fact, you know what? We've got high favor with them, and I'm sure we're going to get enough... Actually, never mind. I think we'll wait for the extra coal shipment. We'll ask for a little bit from them, but we'll do that after we have... after we've sent off the stuff to the exiles. Yeah, I think that's going to be the better way to do it. Alright, well that's the 78 that we need, so let's go ahead and go... I would also improve them. Think about that. I did not think about that at all. Yeah, there we go. We'll go ahead and send that to the children's mine. Yeah, we need to start working on a safe route with them. We need to establish a little bit more with that. We only need 50 steel, which is not going to get finished tonight, but we will make our way there fairly quickly. Yeah, we have enough steam cores for everything that we know about. That's fine. We also have one spare just in case. Yeah, I think all in all we're in a fairly decent position. And then I don't think we'll do it today or tomorrow, but after that I think we might try and pull another emergency shift. The amount of extra steel that we produced was absolutely phenomenal, and that would be really good at trying to finish off these last couple of things. Yeah, we've only got 4 days, so we want to send off as many shipments as possible. Make sure that we have as many friends on our side, just in case New London tries anything a little untoward. Right, so again, yeah, favor is high with these guys. Oh, you know what? Let's ask for some food then. That seems nice. Yep, we need some more food. 30 raw food is quite decent. And then... yeah, I guess we just wait for our favor to recuperate with our fellow friends and see how that all goes. Alright, oh, one person's sick. That's a bit odd. We haven't been getting much sickness of late. Everyone's in quite a comfy situation here. I guess the child shelter is maybe the coldest thing? I don't know. How about... I guess it's not a big deal one way or the other. That'll be fine. Shipment has reached the shipwreck camp. That is good. We can ask for some more timber. I suppose we shall go ahead and do that too. Yeah, these are nice and easy things for us to do. The amount of food that we have to send and the amount of coal is easily made up whenever we get a free, or well, whenever we ask for a food shipment, and our coal production is, well, completely overpowered for what we need. So that leaves us in a very good spot. Alright, we will go ahead and get ready to do the army warehouse wooden supports one more time. Whenever it's available, it's obviously the right choice for us to take. So let's go ahead and do that. Maximize the efficiency there. Yeah, I think we're in a very comfortable position. The only real question is, what kind of events are going to happen between here and the end of things? Could get interesting depending on what's happening at the mines. Alright, but either way, that shipment has landed, so that is good. We're now at the 50 odd steel, so let's go ahead and send off the exiles there. Make sure that they stay nice and happy. Let's see, the mines, they haven't asked for anything yet, but I'm sure that they're about to. After the coal mine was rebuilt, the amount of work needed to extract coal fell radically. Some children have nothing to do and are wandering aimlessly or playing the whole day. Working kids are envious of that and attempt to take away their food, claiming that they don't deserve it. We don't know what to do about that. There's clearly you don't work, you don't eat sentiment around here. Huh. Okay, food will be distributed by our men. The children mine will be displeased, but we could build and man a cookhouse. Take unemployed children to the hot springs. They'll be upset with that, or we can do nothing. Realistically, let's just make them a cookhouse. If they're a little upset, I don't think that's the worst, and if we're manning it, it means we're not really taking away from that, but we will be, yeah, I think that's an acceptable solution. We'll go ahead and build that. Let's see what that will cost us. We need, what is it, a cookhouse, 5 workers, 25 steel, 30 wood. That's remarkably simple for us. There's also hot houses that they're going to require. That is also easily done. Yeah, that's not too bad either. And then there's more expanding the mine shafts for securing more coal. It's not bad. The relation is cautious. I don't think we've ever got that far down in relations before, so that's not ideal, but it is what it is. These guys still need 2 steam cores. Yes. I guess we're just going to have to leave things be for now. We do have, yeah, we'll send off the cookhouse fairly quickly. That'll be fairly easy. And then we'll try and do the hothouses, I suppose. Either that, yeah, whatever we do, we want to kind of make our way towards getting the, what do we call it, the safe route as fast as possible. I think that's going to be the best thing for us. So let's go ahead and do the cookhouse. We need 100 steel for the shaft expansion. That's expensive. Then another 60 for the hothouses. Well, you know what? We should probably check our timber situation. We're going to need to spend a fair bit of that too. We have another 75, 125. I think we need a little bit more. Let's go ahead and... I guess we have to wait for the first shipment, and then we'll go for the steam sawmills. Or, oh, we can't do that, can we? No. Well, either way. Whatever it is, we'll pick something at some point. Oh, and what have we got? After rebuilding of our coal mine, we can think about connecting our settlements with a safe route that will let us travel without fear of getting stranded in the snow. If you build it, we will send you a shipment of coal every other day. Okay, well this is good. This is what we were looking for, so I think that means we'll try and finish up our relationship with the convicts. We'll we'll send them the steam sawmill upgrades first, while we get everybody into place with everything else. It does look like we have, what's this, 5 hours, 10 and 14. So I suppose let's go ahead and send these guys to the furthest one again. If we get the resources, we could even send a second construction team to the closer ones. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. We'll let them hang out there for a while. Yeah, all in all, I think we're in pretty good stead. Also, too, tomorrow, if we can gain enough steel, I'm thinking we may even try to go for another increase of our insulation for our houses. That would just guarantee that if the temperature drops again, we're still not going to have any, well, we're going to be quite comfortable in the snow. More or less. Alright, so let's see. 75 steel, that's what we're aiming for. And I think that should probably be about it for them. Oh, have another event. Let's check this out first before we spend our resources. There was some commotion among the kids and it took us a while to sort it out, but we've found out that 3 children are missing. The other kids say that they went to play, but nobody has seen them for at least a day. Finally, one child admitted that they sneaked into the mine. We have to find them quickly. Your people formed a rescue party, but they don't know this mine as well as the kids. A few of the bigger boys offered to guide them. Okay, let's save them together. That's obviously the right choice. We probably have the physical strength over them, but they have the knowledge. So let's go ahead and let's save them together. That is an obvious solution. Good thing we sent our people there for that cookhouse. Otherwise, that may not have been an option. Yeah, that could have definitely not gone in our favor right then. Certainly happy with our past choices. But now that we've got that sorted, let's go ahead and send off for that steam sawmill. That would be excellent. And then we just have to work through these last couple of things. Yeah, I think those hothouses will be a future thing. We might try and get that sorted. Again, we do need the extra steam core, so that will slow us down. Realistically, we could even potentially break down this steam coal mine. That'll give us back a steam core. We could go back down to 1. That would reduce our... you know what? We're going to put a pin in that and think about that in a second. But first, let's check this event. So our team reports that they found the lost kids near a collapsed shaft almost immediately. They were hungry, thirsty, and scared, but otherwise unharmed. Our young guides were so confident about where to look in this labyrinth that my men grew suspicious. One of our younger kids said something about a test, but was immediately silenced by others. Ooh, okay, so that sounds, yeah, that sounds rather nefarious, but either way, we're glad we could help and save them there. Yeah, curious social engineering going on over there. It looks like one of those Lord of the Flies situations, maybe, who knows, like trying to figure out who to keep and who to get rid of. But either way, as I was saying before, we could potentially, what do we call it? Not upgrade, but tear down and then build a regular coal mine instead of the steam coal mine. That would drastically reduce our coal use, our coal production by, I think it goes from about 240 up to 660. At the moment, our consumption is ridiculously high, but again, that's not exactly an issue. I think we can turn off most things. You know what? There's no children in the child shelter, so we can turn that one off. Okay, maybe we have a look at the tech tree and figure out what we want to do. We could go for the advanced burners. That would reduce consumption by 33%, and that's fairly cheap as far as tech is concerned. Yeah, that would only cost us 30. So how would that impact things? So a 33% reduction, or we'll just call it 1/3. That'll be about, what, 140? Yeah, maybe 144 coal per day. That's not bad. We're currently producing, what's this, an extra 160. We'd lose about 400, so that would put us down to 40. That'd bring us down to about minus 100. So as long as we found 100 coal every single day, we should be able to sort out this situation. Huh. You know what? That's potentially doable. Yeah, 100 coal in return. 100 coal in return. Yeah, know what? I think maybe we do. Worst comes to worst and we realize that our stockpile is burning down. We'll go ahead and we'll bring back out a single steam core. Yeah, I think that's going to be what we do. We'll do that at the end of the workday, of course. No point in wasting some, some gain there. But I think that could be relatively decent. And if we went for that tech, that would make it a little bit cheaper. Yeah, completely viable. And that's only 30 steel. So that's not a major investment. But that would be enough of an investment to swing things in our favor. Yeah, I think that's what we'll go for. So given the fact that we're up to 37 steel, I think we'll go ahead and we'll start working on that straight away. That'll take most of tomorrow to do, but that's fine. Do we go for another emergency shift? Well, we gave it the 2-day cooldown, and then we've probably put an extra day in between. Do we just go for the steel now? I think the answer is yes. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and call on in one more emergency shift. This could be the one that puts us pretty well over the edge for most of our things. We do have... Let's just double check. Do we have any extra fruit, timber that we can get? Not particularly. But we do have a fair bit coming in. We have 75 in 10 minutes. And then another 50, another 100. Yeah, I think we're going to be in a very good position as far as all of this is concerned. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and trade some resources for more timber. Make sure that that is done since that 10-minute. Yeah, that's already arrived. And then it's just going to be a matter of quickly finishing as many of these as possible. Yeah. All right. So you know what? End of work day. Let's go ahead and get our job sorted. These guys. You know what? We'll wait till 2000. Yeah. If we're going to be doing the overtime, we may as well make sure that we're doing the overtime. Although, yeah, that should be all right. Oh, what's going on? Has someone? Okay. Refusal to work. A man assigned to an emergency shift has refused to work. He said that he's already worn out and doesn't want to end up dead like one of his friends. Let him rest. Alright, sure, fine, whatever. If he wants to be like that, we will happily replace him with someone who will. I'm sure society will hear of this and will, you know, probably not speak so kindly about him. So, yeah, we'll let the social pressures do justice for us in that one. And, yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. Let's dismantle that building. That'll be fine. And then that'll give us our extra steam core. Yeah, I think this is definitely the way to go. Let's check our resources. We'll now go back to a standard coal mine. That is nice and easily done. Yeah, I think that's good. So we still have another 100 coming in. That's, yeah, they're going to have to wait to make it into our supplies as we burn through coal through the night. Yeah, this is going to be fantastic. I think this is going to be a very, very strong position for us. That being said, though, I do see our team's about to arrive, but you know what? I think we'll deal with the safe route in tomorrow's episode. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.